Hi guys, so I've been wanting to make like a little traveler's notebook, like what you saw in the title there, of course, for a while now. It's just that usually I do my own printables, and so they're just a whole different thing. But for this one, we're going to plan it around these little things that you can find at the Dollar Tree. Hopefully you can find them. I know sometimes I couldn't find them locally. I found them, I think, the last time I went home, so a whole other town. If there's any links for like the other items I'll be using, they'll be in the description box. Those will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. Of course, the Dollar Tree like books that we're going to plan this around would be at the Dollar Tree. Or I think Walmart carries them sometimes, and sometimes they're year-round, sometimes they're only like during school time. I don't know. I'm sorry, but I have these and I've been wanting to do this. So what I'm going to do is like a little stocking stuffer I was planning on making with this because it'll fit in there. It'll be cute. Clearly these I think are all lined. It's not like, I know nowadays you can find like little mishmash of books that are, you know, bullet journal and type and lined and maybe an agenda or something, but these are all just lined. And they're not super thick, so that's kind of why I wanted to go with these. This is what's funny, though. Check these out. I have like 10 packs of these, and I realized like some are round and some are flat for some reason. I'm like, what is going on with that? And some will have like 2 flat ones and 1 round one. I'm like, anyway, we're going to cover them, but I just think that's weird. So either way, we're going to find the center, I think. Yeah, they're still bound that same way, like with, you know, sewn down the middle. But for some reason on the outside it looks flat. Now, there's a couple things we can do with this. I was going to measure them too. I should have just left them together. But, oh, it says sewn right there. How cute. Anyway, we can leave them just like this. I mean, they're cute. I just wanted to use like maybe a 6-inch paper pad. But you know what? I think these are going to be a little too wide because if you want a 6-inch paper pad, obviously they're only 6 inches. If this is any bigger than like 2 inches, it's not going to work. And I can see already, I mean, they're basically bigger than 2 inches. So that's because we need the 2 inches on one side, 2 inches on the other, and the spine about an inch, right? So that's already 5, but I can tell these are bigger than 2 inches. So anyway, and then I just grabbed like, you know, I want to make it kind of trendy for like the new year, you know, cute things like that. So even though it's mostly notes because it doesn't have any other printables that I've created, you can find printables, you know, go for it. The only thing I did print up, was this, and it's just a 2022 calendar, and I got it from lovelyplanners.com. Lovelyplanners.com. I'm not going to link it because, to be honest, it's kind of a pain. And also, I had to download it, and it was a whole bunch of them, and then when you go to print it, it's not this size. So all I did was I shrunk it 40%. So any calendar you find, if you want to include a calendar, this is going to be from my dashboard. I just said 40% look good, you know, on the preview. And then when I brought it over here, I can see that these little books, that's perfect, right? Because we want this to be inside of the dashboard. So that worked out. But like I said, just, you know, find a 2022 calendar printable is what I would Google. You'll find it. You'll find something. Or like I said, lovelyplanners.com. So what I'm trying to say is I just grab stuff from my stash. I saw these sitting here and I thought, oh, these are so cute. I love the colorway of this and what's going on. I thought I could make this my dashboard, you know, which would work. But it's not quite the style I was going for in regards to the papers I was going to use. So, even though this is very cute, I think this might be still on HSN. I don't know if it is, I'll link it, but how cute would it be? Like just a soft, sweet book. But either way, I'm doing this one a little more trendy, a little different. Also, I'm going to give this away at the end of the video, whatever I make right now. I don't even know because obviously I'm just starting out. So if you would like to win this, you can leave a comment in the, a comment that just says enter me. It's international. Let me see what day is today. I should know because tomorrow's Cyber Monday and Cyber Sunday, and I'll still link all the different sales in the description box too. I know Tonic they sold out of the tiered boxes. I went and ordered mine from the UK, even though it cost a little bit more, but I was like, it's still a good deal. And I thought, I don't know what, I didn't notice that they had sold out. I'm so crazy. So I had to place an order with the UK. So you can still do that. It's just, you're going to pay like $10 of shipping, which is kind of what they charge anyway in the US, maybe a little bit less. But I'll link all that stuff in there, which I had never ordered from the UK site because I always order from the US. Let's see, today's the 28th. I'm going to wrap this up real quick, and I don't even know how many days are in this month. So let's just say on the 1st, I'll draw, okay, so on December 1st, I will draw the name of whoever wins this, and that gives you a couple days. And so that means it ends midnight of November 30th. Okay, 2021. So good luck. And that also means I won't respond to any of the comments. I'm sorry, but because that's how it is whenever I do a giveaway. But Hopefully it'll be fine. I think I'm going to make this my dashboard though, because, you know, I'm going to laminate it, so we need all those different things. So I know this is kind of like wish-washy. I'm starting it off because I'm literally going to measure this and we're going to get started. But you guys know you need paper, a paper pack that you're interested in, maybe some little cute things to pop in there or to decorate with. I'm going to make a folder. I'm going to laminate those things, so I'll have my laminator and laminating pouches linked in the description box. But I had this paper and I think it's so pretty. Oh, this is so pretty. So, oh, and Diamond Press is also having a few little sales for Cyber Week, I suppose. Kind of bleeding into what they did the other day when they released some new items, but there are some things that are on sale. Look at this. Oh, I love that for the cover. Okay, what I'm going to do is choose some papers, but this is a paper pack that's 6 by 8 inches, so 8-inch paper pack or 12-inch, whatever you have, 8.5 by 11. I mean, I have little things I can cut down. I think this is such a cute paper pack to use for this particular one. I really love that floral, and I really like this black floral too, though. Huh. Because I was thinking about putting, like, words on the cover. And these are clear, so, like, if I put that, you wouldn't see it, you know? Well, let me dig through and see what it is. Keeping it together one day at a time. Oh, that is cute. Let me look through this and think about what I want to do. So we can wrap these completely with the paper, you know? I don't like doing that because it's the same reason I don't like pop-ups. When you open this, it's going to be funky. So what I'm going to do is just add my paper here. So I'll leave it looking like a composition book, but this is the area. So let me measure these because we need to make up our measurements of how we're going to put together this little traveler notebook. So hopefully whoever receives it enjoys it. So from one end to the other, this is 3 1/4, let's say. So times 2, that's 6 1/2. And then I still want to do probably a 1... Ooh, you know, I don't know if I need a 1-inch spine. Let's do... Ooh. This is kind of scary because... let me see. That's like 1/2 inch. Let's do a 3/4 inch spine. This is scary. So 3/4 inch spine. And then we had 3 1/4. I said 6 1/2. And 3/4. That's 7 1/4. Let me write this down. And that's just to the edge, right? Which we like. I always like to have a little bit extra. So 7 1/4 plus another quarter, 7 1/2. Let's do 7 1/2. I need to write this down. Where am I? Okay, 7 1/2. 7 1/2 inches that way to wrap around this. And then everything else we're just going to make up, but the height. Again, I like this to be a little bit longer, the paper that we're going to cover this with. And then these are 4 1/2 inches tall, let's say. So I will add a 1/4 inch to that. Which is kind of scary if I had a whole quarter, but I will. Well, no, I won't. Let's do, since these are so small, you know, I don't want them floating in there, but then we're also going to laminate it. So let's do from 4 1/2, let's do 4 5/8. So 4 5/8 by 7 1/2, okay? And then that's going to be the piece of paper that's going to be laminated for the cover. These little guys, now I'm just going to eyeball this, and hopefully, I was going to say, hopefully it's not a funky number. So it looks like, sorry, for whatever reason I was measuring it, I'm thinking 2 1/4. This is not 2 1/4, that's 2 1/2, 2 and almost 3/4. But I wonder if the other side's going to be the same. It's about the same. I would just wonder how well they all are. Like this one's a little bit smaller. So we'll say 2 3/4 wide, because we can always cover up some of the black area and not be worried about it. And I already measured these, but I'm going to measure it again by 4 1/2 by 4 1/2. So I'm doing little panels. Again, you can even remove this whole thing and just do just take this whole thing off and put a whole new cover on it. However you want to do it. So what I'm going to do is go through the paper pad and pick out the pieces that I want to use. I'm going to cut this down, and that's going to mat into something that's, you know, I'm going to cut. This tag is from the cracker set. Maybe I mentioned that already, from Diamond Press. I really like the size of this, so it's nice to just have it and cut it from that. And then we'll use some stickers, and we'll also need to create a folder, so we will go from there. So let me pick out my papers. I'll cut them down to size and I'll be right back. You know, I don't know what size paper you have, but like I said, this is 6 by 8. So for me, it made more sense to cut it to 4.5 first. So 4.5. And then on the other direction, so in the 8-inch direction, 4.5. And then this way, cut the 2 3/4. So 2 3/4. And I'm cutting 2 things at once, so I'm getting both covers for the 2 different books that I have there. And again, 2 3/4. So I'll have covers for those, covers for another one. And then I gotta make up my sizing for the, well, the dashboard too, and the folder. So let me think about that and I'll be right back. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna use this die for the dashboard. So I don't need to measure a dashboard, but if you want a dashboard, you know, I usually make them a little bit smaller than the actual notebooks. I mean, this one would be good, but I feel like the direction is this way on that. So maybe for my dashboard, I'll do this just to not use another piece of paper, right? Otherwise we cut into something else and that's fine too. And then for my folder, I need a piece of paper that's 6.5 by 7. So I'll tell you why I chose those measurements in just a moment, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut a piece of paper down to 6.5 by 7 and I'll be right back. Okay guys, you know, I'm making this up as I go along. I can't get 6.5 by 7 from a paper that's 6 by 8. Right? Because the 6.5, even if I got off the other side, I can't get 7 from the 6 side. So 6 by 7 is what we're doing because that's dictated here. So 6 by 7. Okay. And that's why it doesn't really matter because we're making a folder from this and the folder is just made up from whatever I feel like doing. So, you know what I'm saying as far as the pocket. So the pocket is only going to be 1 3/4 inches deep, right? 4 plus 1 is 5, plus 3/4 is 6. So yeah, so it'll just be 1 3/4 inch deep, which is fine. Or you can make pockets separately and add them on, which is not my favorite thing to do, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, let me die cut this like I was mentioning before, and I'll be right back. Okay, there's that. And I could cut this down, honestly, from the same die, but it's right on the edge. Also, I wasn't really planning on doing that. So what I'm going to do with that one also is cut it down. Sorry, guys. I was just going to trim it down and add some stickers and things. So I'm just going to cut down on this, you know, just like that. And just chop away whatever's extra. And I'll be back. Okay, I have way too many just pieces of paper here because I'm going to get confused. Now, let's put these things to the side. This is so funny. I did not... Like I said, I planned to just reduce this to 40% when I printed it, and look at this. I mean, it exactly is the right size. I probably should have even got 30%. That is crazy. So I'm gonna put stickers in here to make it look less obvious, but you know, you can put it on this side if you want. Whatever it is you want. I just figured put it on the side that's white and just leave it at that. Okay. So a few things we're gonna do. Now, folder. I am going to just make this up. So again, I have it 7 inches wide on this side, and all we're going to do on that side is score it 1/2 inch on either side because I still want a 1/2 inch like little edge. So my folder ends up being 3 inches by like 4 1/4 or something like that. I don't remember. So 1/2 inches on either side. Again, this is 6 inches deep. So we are going to want to score it at 4 1/4 because that's, yeah, these were like, what, 4.5 inches tall? Yeah, they're almost 4.5, and then by the time I laminate it, so that's what I wanted. So I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. And, oh, right down the center, right? We also need that one. So at 3 1/2. So I am going to fold it right down the center first. And I can see my lines maybe where you guys possibly can't, but what I'm going to do is right where I scored it down here is just cut a little bit away. Again, I do this sometimes in a fun way, sometimes I do it just a round way or just straight, but right from that very center, what do I want to do? I'll do a little bit rounded. Just cut that away. And you don't have to do that, you can do whatever you like, but now I'm going to fold this up. And I usually don't squish it down quite yet. Now, you can remove one of these tabs. You either remove this or remove that or leave them both. It's not going to look good, so usually you want to remove one. So I remove this bottom one right on that line that we scored, and then just edge that out. I'll do the same thing on the other side. On this side, I'll do the same thing. we're going to fold this in. And when I glue these down, I don't really want this stuck, because if you just glue it here and glue that down, it's going to be completely stuck, you know. So you can pop that over the top or however, but I just kind of give it an eyeball and a little thing taken out like that. So let me cut this other side exactly the same. I'll cut this away and do the little notching, and I'll be right back. And now what I'm going to do is just glue these down, and we'll have our little folder. So glue on the outer tab, glue on the inside of the tab. Now I'm not really focusing on the measurements, because I'm not assuming you're going to find these exact same little books, but you might find something similar or a little bit larger. I know they sell larger ones, and I just want to show you how you would take the measurements, you know, add your inch spine, your 3/4 inch spine, whatever it is that you wanted to do with that, and you go from there, you know. Since I did my spine a little bit differently, I'm gonna have to make up my numbers, because now that I think about it, I'm like, oh, you know what, I didn't make it so easy. Because if I have a 3/4 inch spine, I'm gonna split the difference there. Anyway, it'll be fine, but I will have to work on those numbers. Okay, I'm gonna hold that down. I'm gonna hold this side, and I'll be right back. So I'm going to give this a really good creasing, just because I am going to laminate this. If you're not going to laminate yours, you can make them a little bit bigger. I know the lamination is going to add some area around it, so that's why I made it the size I did. I'm also going to corner round, because that's what I like to do. So I'm going to use the 1/2 inch side, because that's kind of what it looks like. The composition books have like a nice thick corner rounding. So we have that. I am going to just glue this down simply. I honestly don't want to use a wet glue, because this is just printer paper. I usually do cardstock, but that that's what was in my printer, and I went with it. So I would normally use cardstock on this. And I'm just going to stick that down. And if anything sticks out the sides or whatever, you can just take it back to your trimmer and trim that down. Oh my gosh, Tonic has so many other trimmers. So I picked up the little guy. I'm still thinking about picking up the larger one, because I have the larger trimmer, the little guillotine, and then the larger trimmer. I already have one, but for the refills that it comes with, I'm like, the price is amazing. So anyway, we'll do something to decorate both sides of this. These little guys, again, so it's up to you, you know, how picky are you? Because for me, I don't mind putting this on here and having this overlap this area a little bit. But if you really like it to be right on the edge, you're going to have to, you know, maybe trim some off after you're done. I mean, I almost have it right straight on, but there's a little lip. So that doesn't bother me. So what I'm going to do is put my glue actually on this, right to the edge. That's the most important thing. And I am using wet glue. If you want to use, you know, whatever glue you like, go for it. And I'm going to start here and kind of smudge it towards the way I want it to go. That way the glue kind of spreads out a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to do this to the front and back of all my guys. Now again, you can take the whole cover off and just do a whole new cover. And then usually once it's dry, but right now I'm just going to show you, I'll just take this and corner around. Okay, so I'm going to do that to all my books, and then we just have to put our numbers, our score marks on our other guy there. Oh, and you know what would be good is if you look at this the right way. Actually, it doesn't even matter. Well, it does matter. I was just going to say my paper, I think, is facing the wrong way on this one. I wonder if I can get it off. Ooh, okay. We're in luck. Okay, I'm just going to take it off and pop it on the front. And then make sure your paper is facing the direction you want it to face. All right, I'm going to cover all of them, and I will be right back. Just the same thing I just did. But over here. Okay guys, I think the easiest way to do this is 7.5. Again, I don't know if you have these books or not, but 7.5 inches wide, they're 4 5/8 inches tall. So this is my cover. What I'm going to do is score right down the center. So the center of 7.5 is 3.5, 3 3/4, 3 3/4. And I've shown you guys, this paper is so lightweight, I could do this without scoring it. I could just come in here and make my score line, and then from there, mark it 3/8 of an inch one way and 3/8 of an inch the other way. Which is all we're going to do, because I left myself a 3/4 inch spine since these books are smaller instead of a whole inch. So that means I need to divide 3/4 inches into 2, right? So if you upgrade 3/4, that's 6/8. So I need 1, 2, 3/8 on one side and 1, 2, 3/8 on the other. I hope I haven't lost anybody. All right. Now let's see if I even folded that correctly. I feel like I might have gone a little bit too small on the other one, but now we're good. So I always, oh my gosh. Yeah, those are my children. If you heard a thud, they're upstairs. Who knows what they're doing? Okay. So let's get these three guys back. I'll probably put them in some kind of fashion like this or some order, I don't know. Let's just see what that looks like. Hey, not bad. It's right on there. Again, if you want to go a full inch, you can do that. And then we have this little guy that's going to squeeze in here somewhere. Usually in there. Aw, it's going to be cute and really chubby, I think. Okay, so before I fire up the laminator, I did have some stickers and things that I want to put on here. So now that I have this lighter color on the cover, maybe I want to do like Totally Loving Life. Enough adulting for today. That's cute. Okay, yay. Aw, yes, girl. I think I'm going to do Totally Loving Life. It's a clear sticker. So I'm going to go through and put some little stickers, put some on the dashboard. Again, this is just my little dashboard. It's just a little thing. It's really like a bookmark dashboard. It's not a big deal. Just something else that goes in there. And, oh, you know what? Do I want this one on the front? Or this one? Ooh, that's funny. I had actually cut it so that this was on the front, but they're both cute. Ugh. You guys. Okay, I'm going to go with this one still. That's why I did it on purpose, so that I had more leaves and I can put the little Totally Loving Life on here. But I want to make sure it's straight before I really let it stick down. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to go through and add some stickers and I will be right back. Okay, so I just put that one sticker. I put a little gal on there, girls run the world, and then this little stickers I put on here. Again, we're just going to do my little corner rounding because that's what I like to do. And I'm going to fire up my laminator and I'll be right back. While this is warming up, I'm trying to see what it is I want to do with this. I think we can fit it all in this one. Now, if you had legal sheets, that's even better. But again, hopefully it's just giving you an idea of how to make your own. This is an A4 sheet because I got it from Daiso. But, so they're slightly longer, slightly skinnier than what you would get if you have an A2 size. So again, I've tucked this all the way up in there, and I'm starting with this one. It's very flat because it's just the cover. This guy's the one that's going to give you problems if it gives you problems at all because of the those two little layers. It makes a difference. So really make sure that's nice and flat if you're going to laminate this guy. And I was trying to see how I can fit this best. If not, I'll do a third sheet. I usually recommend doing a third sheet, or a second sheet, sorry, instead of trying to pile things in with like the folder. But this folder's so small, the paper is kind of lightweight, I think it's not going to be a problem. So I'm going to put this one over here, give this guy his room, and I'm putting the bulky part of this over here on this edge, so it's not facing this edge, so hopefully it'll just kind of do what it needs to do when it rolls over this. Anything else you want to laminate, you know, you can fit it in here and there, but there's not really a lot of room left on this, so this will be it for me. So I'll come back once this is ready. While I'm waiting for that to heat up, oh, it just went. I was gonna say, I'm just gonna use pom-poms on this one. These are from Daiso. Of course, they have them at the dollar store. The ones from Daiso are really nice though, because they're like, they feel more like wool, like actual felt. And then I'm gonna need a little clippy. Oh, you know what? I even have this from Walmart. These are actually really cute because they match, but I was just gonna use these gold ones, the paper clips. And then I'll choose a clippy that I think matches. Ooh, we'll see. To hold our pen. I totally forgot about the pen. I have mini pens, but I think those pens I just picked up from Amazon will look cute. If you want to do a washi bookmark, of course that's another thing you can laminate. Also, what I did here is kind of like a washi bookmark anyway, so if I chose to use that as a bookmark instead of a dashboard, you know, however you want to do it. So I'm going to let this roll through. I'll show you what it looks like once it comes out and see if we need to roll it through again. And I'm just holding it down here, my hand's down here, until it feeds in, and then I'll know I can let go. Alright. Oh, looking good. Looking pretty good. But like I said, whenever you have something that has like a thickness, but you're also running something else through that doesn't have that same thickness, you're going to have some little issues but it's not too bad. I think what I'm gonna do is take it apart though and run through just the ones that I think need to be run through again. So like this looks great. The cover looks just fine. So I'm gonna remove that, and I'm just cutting it willy-nilly, and I'm gonna cut these two. I'm gonna free these guys from each other. I'm gonna run this guy back through in a different direction. So he was going like this, so maybe I'll run it through upside down in this way. Look how cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's run him through again just to make sure it's nice and sealed up. And this is actually pretty good too, but I'm gonna run it through again, even though, because really where it's not sealed is like, oh, well, it's not. See those little areas? I'm gonna cut that away anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but I'm still gonna run it through again. So once this one's through, I'm gonna put this one back through like this, and I'll be right back. Actually, in the meantime, I'm not gonna be right back. What I'm gonna do is go ahead and trim this guy down. I'm gonna trim off the edges just like I always do, but leave, you know, just this much on either on all the ends, and then just fold it on its creases just to make sure it's good. And if it pops open, I'll run it back through again too. Okay, I'll show you really quick what I mean. So after I've cut away the extra, I usually take it back to my board, but this time I'm just gonna go like this. The middle one doesn't really have to be bent, to be honest. I usually kind of just leave that one. But once you do that, if it pops open at all, you'll be able to see if it delaminates, and then you can just run it back through. But this looks perfectly great. I'll do the same thing with the folder. I cut it down a little bit. I use my guillotine for that, but you can just use scissors. It just cuts. But again, leave yourself some room. You don't want to cut into this area because then it'll delaminate. Yeah, no, it looks good. Okay, I will turn this off and I'll be back. Okay, guys. Sorry, I was wanting to make this video. Like I said, it's in my head. When things are in my head, like I just want to get it done, and I didn't plan like, oh, let me bring all these things we're gonna need. What I might do at the intro is go ahead and put a little list of things you might need. I think that'll be good. That way, whatever I forgot, you guys already know. On this one, I'm just gonna take a little clipper. It comes with the laminator. And I guess depends on when you're watching this. I looked at it before I came on here on Amazon, and they have a coupon. I'm gonna leave these the way they are, but if you wanted to round them, you know, because it's in a weird spot, you can just kind of round those edges with your scissors. They have a coupon for 15% off the size that I just showed you, and then the 12 by 12 one, which is actually like a 13-inch machine because it has to accommodate a 12-inch laminating pouch. And then, which I have both of them, but I end up using the smaller one most of the time. What we're gonna do with this little guy, and I don't like doing this on camera because I have to get really close, is you're just cutting into that little pocket, okay? I don't know if you can hear it, but you're kind of feeling it like a surgeon. You're looking for that air pocket where it drops off. And hopefully if you get it right, you can then get this in here. So what I'm going to do is probably do this off camera, but I got it in there. Missed it over here. There we go. So all you're doing is opening that up. And you don't want to cut through to this side, right? Because then you'll see it. So you just want to be very careful if you're laminating it and if you want to do this. There we go. Since I already kind of scored it from the first time I went around, it's easy for me to do this now. See? Okay, I'll do the same thing on the other side. Open that pocket up so we can put some little things in there. And I already did this, but I'll do it again. There's our little folder. It's so cute. Okay, and then I'm also going to pop a hole in this, which we're going to pop lots of holes, but I will make a hole in this just with my puncher here, crocodile. That is a large hole, so I'll go ahead and use the larger side. Alright, and that one's ready to go, but I'll be right back. Okay guys, so let's bring back our books. We have our books, we have our folder. All these things are going to go in here. Nice and tight and cute. Oh, I do want to corner around this to finish that off. And I'm just looking at where it is that I want to put my little things. Okay, so same 3 holes, and you're going to want to pop them in here. There's my marker. I'm just going to do it. But basically, you're going to put one kind of in the center of this area. I'm doing it more a little, just, okay, there's the middle line, right? That middle score line. So we're definitely putting one there. And it's just like an 1/8 inch above the paper. Okay, not this edge. I'm not looking at that at all. I'm talking about the paper here. We have like a little bit in there. And then a hole on right to the right of that and right to the left of that. Somebody is calling me. Sorry, my phone. Hold on. And here. I'm going to do the exact same thing on this other side. Okay, guys, in the meantime, I plug this in. It's warming up. It's my thing. I have some charms here that we're going to use. And actually, just to finish those off, I'll just grab these right now. I always have linked like basic supplies for this kind of thing. Honestly, I want to use gold jump rings, so I gotta grab them from a different box. Anyway, I'll grab some gold jump rings, and the last thing I need to do is put a little hole right in the center. Again, I'm using this guy, and I am using the small hole maker, like a 1/8 inch. I'm just eyeballing this right in the center. Okay, I'll be right back. Sorry, the day is passing. It's getting a little darker in here. Let's put that there. We have these three. I cannot find my gold jump rings, so it doesn't matter. Some of these are silver based anyway, so I'll just go with silver. And what we're going to do is bind this. So this is 2mm cord. I always keep, again, a link to this too. Haven't done this in a while, so let me think. I think I start, yeah. So I start going down the center hole at the bottom. And as you think about that, you can wrap it around. It's going to go around 3 or 4 times. It's going to go 3 times and like a half. So I'll pull this to like here. And I usually end up having to rearrange this, so I'm not going to get too worried about it. Something like that. That seems like a lot. Okay. So we go down that middle hole. We come up the bottom. And I still have to trim away this little excess here. Anyway, so up, we're going to go down the top left. Oops, sorry guys, it sounds ugly. Up the middle one, right? And now we're going to go down this middle one. So sometimes it pops through real easy, and sometimes you have to like poke it through. Like right now it popped through real easy, but maybe later it won't. Sorry, that's ugly. So down through there, up through the bottom right, into the top right, and then we're going to go back through this middle, and that's how I knew I had too much. So let me snake this back just so I don't have to cut off a whole bunch of this and waste a lot of this stuff, because basically it's going to come back through and tie here. So again, I don't want to waste too much of it. I'm going to snake back through. I probably should have only gone twice around. Okay, now again, this one we're going to poke it back through the middle, so from the outside in. Oh, it's doing its job. Like I said, sometimes I have to get my little like pokey tools to poke it, help it get back in there. And just kind of snake this back and leave yourself some tension. It shouldn't be too tight, but you also don't want it super loose. So like to there, and just put a little knot, put the knot a little bit higher. Now I'm gonna add charms to the front closure later, so I don't need to do it now, but if you're using like letters or little beads that you need to add now, I would add them first. But for now, all I'm going to do is just eyeball this to go around there. That's still too much, so I'll cut like here. That's still quite a bit, but I'm just going to tie this into a circle, into a little knot already, and you can push it through here. You could do this however you like. I'm just going to grab that and use my pokey tool. Sorry, pokey tool. Oh, and I'm just using it to kind of help me push it through, that's all. I just need to grab it on this side. Come on, buddy. There we go. Okay. And a lot of times I do this after I put my books in, so this time I did it first, and look at that. Okay. I might tighten it up. Also, I'm going to go ahead and corner around these edges before I move on. So I'm going to go around all of them and corner around them. I'm going to tighten this maybe afterwards. But anyway, so since these are all the same, I don't really mind which one goes first. I just, pick one. And you want to find the center of it and put that in there. Maybe this one will go next. I'm gonna use this guy, the one that has the little tie to go in this one. Then I'm gonna take my folder. So I'll place some fun things in here for whoever wins this. But for now, I'm just popping it in here. And I'll put some little extras, goodies in the little folder. And this guy back here. Oh my gosh, you guys. How cute. Again, I will tighten this up. So all I'm just going to do is pull on the inside and just make the knot a little tighter. And then I'm going to take things like this. Oh, you guys, I just rearranged some stuff on my desk, which I'm not happy with, but it's what it is. So let me come over here. See, I didn't need to walk all the way over there, grab this. I need to bring it back to my desk. But anyway, for this kind of thing, all you're going to do is open up your jump rings, and you open them like this, you guys. You twist them. We don't open them by pulling them because that's not the best way to do it. I'm going to get one guy on here, and I'm doing this kind of small. Let's just put this back on here. And what I mean, you can put this on another jump ring if you want it to hang down even more. Oopsie. So I'm going to put that on there, put this guy on here, and then just push it back. If you have two of these, you can put one on either side, you know, one twisting, one doing the other. I'm going to add these little guys on either side, why not? A little leaf and a little flower. Same way, I'll put them on these guys. A clippy. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to choose a pen. Again, I picked these up recently on Amazon, so, ooh! Oh, look at that, but then this one looks cute too. Oh man, okay, let's go with this one. And I'm gonna just stick this somehow. It doesn't need to be super tight, but you also don't want it too loose, so you can test it out. Actually, I don't want to scratch this, so I'm gonna leave it in its wrapper. That's pretty good. Right about there. Okay, so I'm gonna put some hot glue on one side of this. And I like to make sure to really kind of push this in. There's just a little binder clip to hold my pen. So I'm going to hold that down. I'll put some glue on the other side and wrap this around, okay? And I'll be right back before I start misplacing everything. So that's that. I'm going to put a little ribbon or something cute in this. And I don't even know if I'm going to stick this to this. It might go somewhere else, but for now I'm going to put it on there. And then the pen can go in there. Again, I don't want to take this off of here right now. So I'm going to have to take a moment to slide that on there. The glue is still hot. I don't want to rip that off, but either way, I'm going to push it all the way down, okay? Not right now. And then we have these guys and some clippies. Again, oh, Daiso has the cutest clips. Let me open this up because apparently I haven't used these before. And, oh yeah, there we go. Let's see here. All we're going to do with these guys is just find like the center, you know, you're just going to, oh, right there, look at that. There's even a little holder. I don't know if you can see that there's a little thing there. Just pop that in there. Ah! Take this little guy. And I use these clips on purpose because they're small. Since the book is small, the thing's small, I just went with smaller clips, but I mean, if you want to use taller ones, they'll all work. It doesn't matter. Oh, you guys, as I'm working on this, I remembered with Tonic having their some of their kits, like a really good sale. This is the example I was looking for earlier of the swivel box. I think it's number 40. Do you guys remember? So fun. Anyway, I just saw it sitting there. All right, I'm gonna put the other two on, and I'll be right back. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, so we have our little guys. I went in and pulled it a little bit tighter. How cute! Look at that. And let's deck it out with some of these little things. So I'm just going to bring this closer to me. I don't know. Just going to put these guys on here. So we have our little clippies. So I'll take a moment to do that. And maybe here, wherever it wants to go. Don't want to damage these things. I'm just trying to get them on here. So cute. Oh my goodness. And then this little guy can go wherever. I'm going to put it in the back of the book for now. And again, I'll put some ribbon on there. I'll add some fun things. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully that gives you a cute little stocking stuffer idea. I mean, this thing ends up being like, you know, from here to here, like 5.5 inches tall. And the width is about, 3 3/4 or so with everything, and super cute. So thanks for watching, guys. Again, good luck. Make sure you say in the comments, enter me. You must be 18 years of age or older, is international. Thumbs up, and I'll have all that info right now along with some pictures. So thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you try it out and let me know how it goes. All right, now, bye.